Well, hello, everybody, and this is Auntie, and let's talk about 90 Day Single Life Till All Part 2.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers and my nieces and nephews and all of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie to rise. Sweet old. It's time for Auntie to rise. It's time for Auntie to rise.
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who've been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, this mess is over. It's over, and I am so glad and just done with this crew. Thank you, Boo. Hi, Ashlyn. Hi, Boo. First time catching a live in ages, but I have to hear your thoughts on these silly mofos. Welcome back, Boo Boo. Welcome back. What can I say? This episode was a mess. At first I had liked the new host, but when I sat there and looked at him and really listened to him, he was more wanting these people to be his friends, to come to the cookout, to eat breakfast with them. I just don't, he just wasn't that great to me. In this particular episode, the cast absolutely took over. And I think that, when you are a host of a show like this, you should be the one who is leading it. It shouldn't be like, the cast is sprouting out things and then you say, oh, yeah, on that note, let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you that too. Like, no. Like, the first episode, I just was like, okay, I kind of liked it. It was a little fresh. But this time, I just was like, okay, I am so not feeling him. He needs to take charge, take over, and ask the questions we want answers to, not the ones that the cast are going back and forth with one another. We ain't gonna be out here long, trust and believe me, we just ain't. But let's talk about it. So we started off where we left off last week with Kim storming off of the stage and being angry because she had just found out that Liz had slept with her son. Oh, thank you, Cuddy. Oh, thank you, Boo. Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet. I needed that today. Thank you. We Kim stormed off the stage because she was angry because Liz had slept with Jamal. At least that's what we thought. Until Kim brought her back out there. Kim was not mad at the fact that Liz slept with Jamal. She was mad at the fact that Liz may have told Jamal all her dirty secrets. all her dirty, nasty secrets as it related to her one, catfishing her son, son against son, and putting up two children for adoption. She had, instead of having a conversation with her son at the time that she found these things out, Kim, grown Irish, was telling Liz, who is like a child to her. These people use the word best friend loosely, and it is absolutely, in my humble opinion, disgusting that you're not worried about Jamal hitting it. You're worried about whether or not Liz spilled your tea. I don't know if you all caught that, but I was like, the audacity. I don't know why between Kim and Jasmine, they think that they are the be all to be all, that 90-Day Fiance was created for them. These people are has-beens. We were interested in Kim's story. I tried not to judge when talking about them. But Kim is so arrogant and obnoxious, in my humble opinion. And she is all about Kim. I'm wondering whether or not I'm questioning everything about Kim. I'm questioning whether or not the baby daddy even knew Kim was pregnant. I'm questioning whether or not he was a deadbeat, like Kim has led Jamal to believe. I'm wondering where is this man? Did he even know that he was having children? Like, I'm questioning everything, because what did she tell Liz that was such a secret that she could not have this discussion with Jamal for months? Kim catfished her son. Like, it's not bad enough for Kim to have given him up for adoption. But now, when he reaches out with all of his heart, with all of his mind, with his adoptive family support, she catfishes him. And not with just anybody, but her own biological son that she decided to keep. She sat on that stage and act like she was all that in a bag of chips. And when she got to reading or calling herself exposing Gino, Kim, I don't know if she will ever see this, but I have absolutely zero respect for her. I mean, I'm talking about nada, zilch, none, none, absolutely none. She got this girl crying, talk about you as my friend. I felt like you should have told me Jamal is your son. If anybody should have told you, it should have been Jamal. Liz is sitting there saying, I I thought you knew because you made a comment that alluded to the fact that you did. But she doesn't feel like Jamal is the one who owes it to her to tell her the truth. It's not Liz's responsibility to tell you. And at the end of the day, Liz is grown. And if you were aware that the two of them were already flirting with each other and kissing, you knew it was coming to that. But it was okay for your son. But it wasn't okay for Liz. Now, let's not get it twisted. Liz is a okay, but she's no more than your son is. As a matter of fact, yesterday I saw a clip on Instagram where it looks like Jamal is with Emma. These people act like pass arounds. Like there's nobody outside of the 90-day fiance stratosphere that they can date. Like it's just nasty that all of them are just like passed around from one castmate to another. Liz sat there in front of her fiance and told her boo, her DR boo, how much she cared about him. And they had a conversation about her blocking him on social media. They asked Villa, I think that's what his name is, did you know? He said, yeah, and I even reached out to her about it. She said the reason why she blocked him was not because, y'all, is this thing skipping? It seems like it's jumping. She basically is like, I got an open relationship with my fiance. I'm closing the door because not because I want to, but because he's uncomfortable. Then that means, okay, thank you, Ray Dollar. Then that means that there is a chance that Liz will not only be with him again, but someone else. Because Liz did not do this because she felt like anything was wrong with it. She didn't cut the relationship off with him because of that. She cut the relationship off because her man told her to do it. And that's a danger because why should I have to tell the person that I'm in a relationship with? As a matter of fact, I am engaged to cut somebody off. Then Liz said that while she feels like she made the right move to be with her fiance and choose him above Jamal and everybody else she's being with, she tells him she don't regret nothing she did with him. Nothing. Her fiance better find out whether or not she got a burner phone. Hey, boo. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Linda. Shout out my little members. I love y'all. I got an update too, y'all. We're gonna be doing that on Friday. But I was like, okay, this is just utterly disgusting. And then the thing about it was here's Kim who was angry with Liz. When she says that she cut off Via, Kim says, well, are you gonna cut off Jamal? Wait a minute, wasn't you the one that was just stomping with your size 11 and a half shoes off the stage saying that, calling her F you, Liz, and you betrayed me and all the stuff that I did for you, all's my life. I've had to fight for you, Liz. And now you're worried about whether or not the fiance is going to ask Liz. Okay. All right. Liz is confused. I think that this guy maybe has something, maybe financially he's going to be able to take care of Liz. She said that, you know, they had talked about her possibly having a baby because of the cancer that she has. The recommendation is that she gets a full hysterectomy. And so the two of them only have this little small window where she could possibly get pregnant by him. But at this point, honey, I would be doing a paternity test if she popped up pregnant. I mean, I'm just saying my opinion based on what I've seen. I would be getting a paternity test if I was him. I would have to absolutely have to make sure that that's my baby and nobody else's. I mean, it seems to work for them. Whatever works in your relationship works in your relationship. The next couple that I want to talk about is Occulty and daggone, oh my God, I can't even, Courtney and her fiance. Like, this is a farce. Courtney is totally, totally not over Cole at all. You're having a birthday party. You've had to put this man out of your house. This man has caused you and your fiance, your now fiance, to break up, but you invite him to a party. Cole said that Courtney suggested that they stay in the same room. Courtney denies it, but the fiance comes out and says, I saw the message. You said same room. Even at the end of the tell all, when he was going through the stuff that he was going through, is the girl named Diana, y'all? What's the child's name? She's so irrelevant. The one that's sitting over there in wherever she at. Is she okay? As y'all can see, I don't even halfway remember these people's name. They so irrelevant. I mean, she is in a relationship with a man who's cheated on and treated every woman that he's been with like trash. And she's sitting over there crying because Courtney busted out that Colt has been dealing with some woman in Canada. And she happens to have some information that she was wondering about, and now she's gotten a confirmation that Colt has indeed been with someone else. Like, girl, sit down. You were with him when he was with Courtney. So fair exchange, there's no robbery. Something is going on. Is it getting ready to thunderstorm? This is a mess. I was like, let Colty cheat in peace. Courtney's fiance is sitting up there, honey, looking like I don't, I don't want to say nothing disrespectful about the man, but I don't see any sparks. Colt is, was saying that he was contributing to the relationship and all that kind of stuff, and that this is like a sugar daddy, sugar baby type of situation. Courtney said that he thought that when he met her that she was in her 40s. I said, I mean, I just said, so the two of them talked about the age difference and everything, and he's just smitten. He's a little smitten with the kitten, and ain't nothing wrong with that. With her dating an older man, but I don't think that she's over cold. And I saw that when they were leaving, and the girl that Colt is dating with, y'all know what I'm talking about. She had gotten upset, right? Because she has, had an aha moment about the girl in Canada. And Cole is sitting on the phone with the girl. They hushing all up, trying to see whether or not they go get some tea. And what does Courtney do? Get up out of her seat and run to Cole's side so that she can remedy this and say, okay, well, you can come on back. Like, I don't think she's over Colt at all. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section, because I ain't seeing that there's a real relationship between her and this guy. We'll see. She said that she is making investments in his business and all this kind of stuff, right? I mean, okay, You still like Cole. Why would you run up on Cole? Cole shut her down. He was like, get on back. You done did enough damage. What the you over here for? Which was my sentiments exactly. And I was like, Cole may be a whore, right? But he's not stupid by any means. He know what it is. He know what it was with between him and Courtney. And I think that, if I think that she's in love with him, I absolutely believe she's in love with him. I have no doubt in my mind that she is. She just can't contain him. And I think that, because of outside noise, she's unwilling to be seen in public still taking care of him with all the stuff that he's done. But honey, I know a whole bunch of people that stay in relationships like that, and they just do what they do. But okay. I just I don't know. Then we have, the conversation with Gino. Gino messing with this little young girl. The girl looked like the ink is still wet on her high school diploma. But Gino don't care. As long as he's getting attention, he don't care. There was a sentiment on the stage that everybody feel sorry for these women. Natalie, Jasmine, this new girl. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't feel sorry for any of them. Gino has a reputation. It is what it is. He's going to be on 90 Day Fiance probably for the next 5 years because he knows how to rotate them in and out of the system. Gino is who he is. And so, if you know a little bit about Gino and you see cameras coming, you know what this game is. That little young girl know exactly what's going on with Gino. She's still living with her boyfriend, with her baby daddy, saying that they sleeping in separate rooms. They bring Jasmine out there for what? So that Jasmine and all of them can gang up on Gino? I'm sorry. You can be mad at me all you want to. You know I don't give up. I don't care. Let me know downtown in the comment section. But ain't nothing wrong with what Gino doing. He's single. He's just as single as Jasmine is. If Jasmine could go out, have a baby on her husband, and they embrace Jasmine, then why can't they embrace Gino? Gino was the one that was done wrong by Jasmine. I don't know how they see this and why they see it looks like it sounds like this, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I would probably be the only one on that panel, on that stage, on those sofas, shouting out for Gino. First of all, Natalie knew what she was getting into, and she wanted a second round. When do we make, and I'm a woman, when do we make women take responsibility for their own actions? Natalie knew what it was. She was at the pool hall with Gino for the cousin's birthday, got smacked all around by Jasmine, and then came back. She has other goals, in my opinion, and I ain't gonna change my mind about it. She knew what this was. And like Gino said, all the stuff she's saying about me now, she wasn't saying it when she was introducing me to her daughter. She liked me enough to ask me to come out there when her daughter was graduating. Pay attention. 90-Day fans have to pay attention. We get our favorite people and then we get blind by the stupid that these women are doing because we don't want to bash another woman. We want to be on the woman's side. Oh, yay, they was ganging up on Gino. I loved it. For what? It was unfair. And one day you're going to find yourself in that same position because there was nothing right about them ganging up on Gino when Gino has been who Gino is. The only thing that Gino did wrong is that he told Natalie that he wasn't going to talk to someone online. And he broke that promise. Other than that, her daughter didn't give a rat's behind about Gino, had came out and called the man a troll and all kinds of stuff. I'm embarrassed that you even with him. I'm embarrassed for you. And Gino was supposed to stay in that relationship. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's no way you gonna convince me that that was right, ganging up on Gino, when Gino has been who he is. And he absolutely made a joke. I mean, he absolutely made a point. What woman in her right mind thinks that a man is all the things? Narcissist. He's a narcissist. He a a-hole. He uses women for his advantage. And then you introduce this mofo to your child. I hate that gang up material, that gang up thing. I hate that. It is just a gang mentality to make Gino feel like he ain't nothing because the world has revolved around Jasmine, who went outside of her marriage and had a baby. Her and Gino, let's say the two of them agreed on this. You could have at least protected your marriage by covering up. You could have at least protected your marriage, whether it's open or not, by saying, look, you're going to have to strap up. You're going to have to wear an umbrella. Because you just, I'm still in a marriage. She wants to say that Gino cheated on her prior to the marriage. So why you bring your ass over here? Because you wanted a green card. Do I think that Jasmine tricked Gino and used Gino to get a green card? Yeah, I'm about 75% on that. However, Gino was being treated like trash the whole time he was with her. So he got to take the 25%. But the gang mentality against Gino was wrong, in my opinion, on so many levels. And Jasmine telling the girl to run, people needed to tell Matt to run. Because Jasmine has done nothing, in my opinion, on social media but drag and embarrass him. I saw in a video, was it last week, where she came out and read a private letter from Gino's mother and sister, or mother and or sister, a private letter that they wrote to her. Jasmine goes out there and talks about it to people on the internet. Jasmine has no class. I don't care if she got a wig on. See, the thing about it was, let me just say this. If you've been looking at 90 Day Fiance, throughout their relationship, we all know Gino kept Jasmine. Jasmine went to that ball head because Matt ain't got the finances to take care of that weave. Y'all remember how much money Gino used to pay in weaves for Jasmine? She got a man that can't maintain her. Whether you like it or not, Gino has investments and he's done good with his finances. Good on him. But what we not gonna do is gang up on him. And if I was there, I would have probably been the only person that would have sat there and defended Gino. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Everybody knows who Gino is. Everybody that takes a DM from him on Instagram, Snapchat, or on any other social media platform, they know who Gino is. There's nobody, no woman that's gonna convince me that they don't know who Gino is and are seeking after Gino. This young lady said he's good to her, and she felt like if she wasn't in living with the boyfriend, she will be pursuing this relationship with Gino. And I didn't believe her, right? But that's what she said. I think that she pitied him. I'm like, yeah, point blank. So now, Jasmine is saying that her and Natalie are gonna be friends. I saw Natalie post on social media. I said she's so phony and fake. She's so phony and fake. It was wrong. Dating drag Liz like that. They should have drug Liz from the rooter to the tutor. She should have got dragged from the top to the bottom. She should have got dragged forward and backwards. I would have dragged Liz for filth because all these men that Liz has been sleeping with, they don't know nothing about each other. But see, she could cross her leg and sit and cry and get sympathy and empathy. Not from me, because facts are what they are. I'm a very analytical person. I don't play the games. I don't have any favorites. I ain't got no friends with none of these people. Like, this is a show and they are cast members on and off the camera. I don't, in my maturity and at my age, have time to be taking sides with people or the side of the majority. I ain't got that to do, and I have lived long enough to have the right to say that. I don't like none of these people past looking at this show, and they irritate the dog out of me. But in my opinion, mm-mm. And my whole thing to Julia is, where's your husband? They acting like Michael Jackson when he had Prince hanging off the balcony with a blanket over his head. Was that his name, Prince? Blanket? Like, that baby don't have a royal, you know what, Auntie? He don't have a royal pamper. Who gives a care what he look like? They out here covering him up, showing the side of him. Who gives? I don't watch these people like this. I got a whole life. Okay, alarm, I heard you. I got a whole life to live. This is recreational. This is what I like to do. This is what we like to do. We need to like to come out here and talk about these people. You think I think about these people past this show? You crazy. Nobody care about seeing that baby. I guess some people do. But what you ain't gonna do is play a Michael Jackson up in my face that had a baby hanging off the balcony. I ain't, I don't have that to do. Who else was on this daggone show? This episode. So we talked about Kim and Liz and that daggone Vanya, honey, girl, if you don't work that weave out, I was like, don't nobody want to brush that baby doll hair. It looked like a baby doll from the dollar store. Ain't nothing wrong with the baby dolls from the dollar store, but that Varya's hair looked like a baby doll from the dollar store. That was, matter of fact, there was a crack in the box, and the box was kind of in disrepair, and it was sitting there for 25 cents. That's what she looked like. It looked like a couple of kids played with it, and they just stuffed it all like Vanya, fix yourself together. Get it together. Sophie is still after Pedro. Pedro's moved on. They talk about Sophie has this new boyfriend, and he's an actor, and he's supposed to become a model, and he's supposed to be coming. So what? She's still mad that she didn't win. She's still mad, in my humble opinion, that she was not able to manipulate Pedro and make Pedro look like a fool like she did Rob. Sophie drug Rob through the YouTube streets, the Instagram streets, the Twitter streets, that she dragged Rob for filth and had people believing that Rob was this bad guy, that he was doing stuff to her, he was putting a pause on her. And we look at Sophie and we know, at least I do, that Sophie is playing a game. And here's the thing, her little beauty is not going to always last. Them boobs going to have to be replaced. And the butt. I don't like the gang up mentality. I just don't like it. I think the only person who deserves to have any kind of backlash against them is Colt, because Colt is a straight lie and a cheater. But after Colt, here's the thing. After Colt revealed to Courtney that he was dating this girl and she knew he was out there, it was all on her. People, these women got to take responsibility for what they do. They just do. I even looked at Kim from last week saying that, her and Wayne don't have to have, um, you know, a, um, a description, or they don't have to have a status on their relationship. When this girl wants a status so bad, she flew all the way out to Africa to be with a man that she wanted him to own. She wants somebody to just claim her. And that's the same thing she's doing with this guy. And it's going to push him away from her. That's truly what I believe. That's truly. I think the only person, in my opinion, that I thought was fair and carried themselves halfway decent was Pedro. I thought that Pedro carried himself halfway decent. The rest of them was foolish, especially Kim. Kim, you are not the mother, the old wise woman for 90 Day Fiance. Your life is flawed, it's up, and you have done some that you should be ashamed of. You running around wanting someone else to be responsible with your well, you should have told you should have spilled your own tea. Ain't that what they say? Spill your tea so don't nobody else spill it. You should have been told your mom. And then for you not to hold your son accountable, you got just mad. I don't with you. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Thank you all so much for being with me. I'm about to make sure you have your notification bells on, because I want to talk about this crime story that I have been following. And I'm hoping that you all join me. Let me know downtown in the comments section what you all think about this. Was I right? Was I wrong? I mean, let me know. I love y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.